Hey BC, Jeff again. Just doing a quick listening stack from the last week. Been super busy, so this is gonna be a little bit shorter stack than usual. And yeah, I don't know. For some reason, I just didn't listen to as many records as usual. So let's just jump in here. So this is the DBs, like this. So most noted, my favorite track on this one definitely is the was it Spy in the House of Love, which is a classic. So I bought this sealed. I think it had like a very slight warp, so I might have to drop something heavy on it for a while to get it all the way out. But yeah, it doesn't really affect the play. Just slightly annoying. Oh yeah, I had a couple I opened recently that have been sealed for like 20, 30, 40 years, and like yeah, they all had slight warps. Guess that's what happened when you leave stuff in the shrink. But yeah, it's a little bit of an inconsistent album. Power pop. It was on the what's the name, Todd Rundgren's label, Bearsville. So, but this is Rhino Records. I don't know how that worked actually. So it's like Rhino Records / Bearsville, but it's still like a very early press. So I think the very first ones were done by Bearsville, and then soon after, yeah, Rhino reissued it, maybe a year or two later. I don't know. Discogs puts them out the same year, so I don't know. I'm not sure what the exact story there is, but pretty solid power pop. I know Hannah, I think she likes their first album better than that. I think that's their second album. But yeah, I'm a huge fan of that track that opens up the second side. So Spy in the House of Love. So, of course, so sealed. It just sounds amazing. What else I got? This is a minty $2 record picked up at a thrift. Again, Power Pop, Marshall Crenshaw. Yeah, I don't think there's anything that was like really stand out or like any like massive radio hits on this. Some minor ones. Yeah, if you like power pop, it's pretty solid. I think you can get these fairly cheaply all day long in the bargain bins. Probably not as clean as this copy, but you can try. Yeah, this one's a pretty cool one. Biff. Oh no, screw that up one. Biff Bang Pow. So this is it's like a mid '80s. Yeah, indie, UK indie stuff. Kind of yeah, post punk esque. So it features. Let's see. Got a lot of people there in other major bands at the time. So, Alan McGee, Richard Green, Ken Popple rather, Philip King, Edward Ball, Joss Cope, and Andrew Blake. So it was members of Primal Scream, Jesus and Mary Chain, Lush. So it's got an interesting group here. So worth checking out. I'll probably pick up some of their other stuff when I see it. I don't think it goes for a ton of money, but yeah, that was again, I bought it, found it old new stock. If you search around, I'm sure you can find the same source I did. So I bought a whole bunch of kind of post-punk sealed records that were sitting in a warehouse. Here, this one I had pulled out for my contest, but yeah. So Ray Kinney and his Coral Islanders, Hawaii. So it's just pretty straightforward island music. Kind of cool to have. Yeah, for those who didn't know, I lived in Hawaii for many years, so I never really completely warmed up to Hawaiian music, but yeah, I like throwing it on every once in a while. It just takes me back. Here's another one, double album. This is sort of a reissue. This is that the Smile album. Kind of kicking myself because they had there's another version of this that had like covers by like people like Sonic Youth and all those sitting in at the record shop in Tokyo for a couple weeks, and they kind of passed it up a couple times, and I went back for it. It was gone, but it was all covers from this album. But yeah, so yeah, Wind Chimes, Heroes and Villains. I think that was the one that gets a lot of airplay and good vibrations, of course. And Vegetables. I don't know how you pronounce it, but yeah, it's one of the Beach Boys' better albums for sure. So there was the whole story on this one. They thought it was a little too experimental at the time, so it got chopped up. And was it Smiley? I think was the official release. They had Good Vibrations and some of these stuff on it. But yeah, this is a double album. I think there's still a few copies floating around of this, so yeah, it's worth picking up if you can still get a hold of it. I'm not sure if they're gonna keep repressing it because it's not like their most famous album, I guess. But yeah, I think that was like 2016-esque. So yeah, they're still floating around. And I believe this was a mono copy. And yep, this was something I pulled out kind of, yeah, maybe that's what I was doing all week. I had the news on a lot more than I usually do. Yeah, Public Enemy, Fear of the Black Planet. So, I'm not like a massive, what do you call it, hip-hop head or whatever, I don't know. I have some 90s stuff from my original collection. So this, yeah, I picked this up right after it came out, I guess. So yeah, it's records are in super duper shape because I've never been a massive hip hop guy, but yeah, this is considered to be one of their best, if not their best albums. So yeah, I've only got to see them once. So yeah, of course Chuck D, G, and gang. So this is the one that has got 9/11's a joke. Welcome to Terrordrome, Power to the People. But yeah, it's a pretty solid album. Personally I find it a little uneven, but I'm not not a huge hip hop guy. But seemed kind of appropriate with everything going on. So I pulled that out. So yeah, hope everyone's doing well, and just hang in there, guys. All this stuff's gonna end sometime, and hopefully we'll be in a better place for everything going on. So, yeah, take care. Cheers.